Do you also think that we also need to educate? Because, you know, he made an instance with the banana this morning, and I had to tell him that, you know, oftentimes you find that people generally prefer the local bananas. If it doesn't look a certain type of green, they'll tell you that's a Greek, I don't like that one. Do you think that we also need to change the psyche of people in terms of accepting new products? And where does, you know, medical health or science come into all of this? Because you also hear that there's this thing about how new diseases are also being sprung up because of this genetically modified foods we're eating.
I think we need just to strike the balance between both. For me, I've always said it's not just people from Ogun State, probably Nigerians entirely. Once they see commitment, once they believe in you, of course you can tell them, oh, those days that's not the way it is done. They see their banana, the one they will plant those days, probably it takes this long before it even brings fruits. And once you let them know that, oh, this one, you get the local farmers, let them see how it is done. If they are not part of what you are doing, then they can't believe you. Well, they know that, oh, if you plant this as a gift, probably in just 1 hectare, this is the yield. If you plant this even in just maybe 1/10 of an acre, you get better yield. And you tell them that, oh, you have conducted researches, it doesn't have any side effects. Of course, they will buy into it. Look at our rice farmers today. Look at our cassava farmers today. Before, they do not believe in what they are giving them. New seedlings, new improved seedlings that they plant now. They don't believe in it. But they realize that, oh, wait a minute. By the time we plant this, before they just get maybe yield of about 6, they are getting yield of 30. They uproot one, they say 30. How did you do it? They are even asking for it, craving for it. So which means they've keyed into it, they've bought into it. Even if you see even technology, what that technology has done, even in land clearing. Those days we don't have those equipment that we have now.
Well, we have to congratulate you though. All we've eaten since we've been here is Father Rice, and we know that this is the home for Father Rice.
Thank you.
But you know, one of the things that disturbs investors or worries them when they're going to come into a particular state is policy somersaults. You know, you deal with one administration, they tell you this is what we're going to do, and then the next administration comes. Exactly, it's a totally different kettle of fish. What have you done to build on whatever it is the previous administration has done? Or how would you advise that, you know, administrators deal with that?
Let me say this. No administration, no tenure, no governor's tenure, whether you do 8 years, can finish any of this unless it's not going to last. If you are futuristic and you are planning 20 years, 10 years, 50 years down the line, for example, look at the roads we are doing. Those roads will last the next 50 years, I can tell. Because they told us, oh, if you want this, they just push asphalt, put lateral, just put asphalt to it. 1 year down the line is gone. So that tells you that whatever they've done before, of course you can't say, oh, it's not good. Look at where we are. Somebody did this about 30 years ago. And look at the way it is. The only thing we did was to come in and probably renovate, facelift. That's all we did. For me, government, it is not about you. It should not be about the governor. Governors will come and go. And one thing that I want to be remembered for is that, oh, somebody came called Senator Amosun. He left a system-driven environment. Once that is there, all this policy somersault will not happen. Yesterday, somebody was asking me, they bought land and you came, you said no. Oh, no. If you said you bought land, probably you bought land since 2004. You didn't do anything. You waited only when we came. Then you are rushing to say you want to build. Even the tenets of that CFA that was signed for you says that if you don't develop within 18 months or 2 years, it will be revoked. 8 years, 9 years, some we came now. Look, if you go to any place now, maybe we got some people, they said they are interested in maybe 50 hectares or 500 hectares. And I said, okay, we have plan now, regional plan. In this way, these are agricultural belts. Oh, these are manufacturing belts. Oh, these are our Silicon Valley. We've done all of those now.
That's something that brings me to, sorry to interrupt your train of thought there, but it's something because you're dealing with agriculture and urban development. Yes. The common denominator here is land.
Yes.
And you know that land is a fixed resource. Yes. It's scarce as well.
Yes. Yes.
How have you allocated this in such a way that one doesn't suffer for one?
Now we're lucky with our founding fathers, and we have the land really, about almost 17,000 square kilometers of land. That's huge. What our founding fathers did was, they did this plan, this long-term 50 years plan. The only thing is to go back there if you need to, yes, maybe retouch it, why not? For instance, even since day one, they realized that Ogun State in the western axis, which we call the Ogun West Senatorial District. It is predominantly agricultural belts. And look at it today. There's a road there. We just opened the road up now, 110 kilometers. And I asked myself, when that road was impassable, nobody was there. They cannot move from one place to another because they will have to go and do a long loop. Now we have resolved that. Everybody is interested. Indeed, that's where Lagos State came to say they want land, because we've been told, aside from Thailand, and I'm on camera, nowhere supports in terms of the Israelis has been here, Americans, everybody. They said that place supports rice. So Lagos State, they said they want. We gave them 2 states now. We've given. We are doing as well there. We have opened up those axes. So we know that, oh, this belt, look at Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. How can anybody say they are giving you for agriculture? It's not easy. It can't happen. And you come, you meet to say somebody has been allocated 10,000 hectares to do agriculture on that. It's not going to happen. Well, so what we have done is, okay, in this place, oh, this is where we have our logistics center. It must be. Oh, this, look at where that place where Nestle is. Of course, it will make sense to have, pharmaceutical processing plant there. Here, now that we have pharmaceutical here, the next bit is ceramic. You know, it will not coexist.
Let me bring this in concerning this one, because I mean, the first session of the summit, ever since then, you've had now 46 industries that have come in.
Yes.
And with this one, you will have more. Now, those areas, there are those who are concerned about the environmental factor. Who is regulating? What are you doing about preventing environmental pollution? Ensuring that those companies stick to the standards.
That's what we're doing. Look at Shagamu. Look at Ewekoro, where Lafarge was. Lafarge was here about maybe 60 years ago. It was just one big bush, thick forest. That was where they were then. So for crying out loud, how can anybody now, who know where they are sited, now give another person land to probably establish a pharmaceutical act? It will not happen. We just accept that, oh, this has been done before probably we were born. I was not the person that gave Lafarge there in Ewekoro. But of course we sat down and said, okay, in that belt, because that cement manufacturing industry is there, you must give land to people that are in related business. Now we came just right on that belt. That's why we have the largest concentration of limestone. They now said they are doing housing estate. Everybody has been given between the belt of interchange and Fakta land. It will not happen. So you can't. It's unacceptable.
We're talking about planning here.
Yes. So that is the problem we have. Majority of where these industries that emit all of these poisonous or something that is not habitable for human consumption, where they are, you will see people citing housing estate beside maybe where they are producing cement. No. Even though I know with technology, those can be taken care of. We are trying to do that, but still, it will not. If you go to California, where we went for the agri show, for about 4 hours, we were driving on the road. You will notice that it's a deliberate attempt. Off the road where they know that this is where we are having our livestock, you even be hearing the smell. They make sure that no housing estate was near that place. So it is well thought out, and that's what we are trying to do. Yes, our environment department, they are interfacing with the agriculture, they are interfacing with the urban and physical department to see how best we can do it. We are trying to key to what best practices. Yes, they've been there before we came. Nobody have challenged them. Now we are challenging them. We are telling them to do, yes, we want you here, but we don't want you to come and, of course, do something that will be inimical to the health of our people.
Well, Your Excellency, I think we'll have to, cut you there, because a lot of people wouldn't forgive us if we can't bring their questions before you.
Okay.
Quite an excitement from some of them here, sending messages, plenty of them. Some are thanking you and also asking some questions. And this one is from Coyote Joseph.
It is those people that are not thanking us that should tell me. Those that are thanking me, we thank them. Those that have...
Well, they're thanking and they're asking for more.
Okay, so we're asking.